Welcome to the CCC Canvas call for March 17th. I am Greg Beyrer. I'm the Distance Education Coordinator at Cosumnes River College, and I am working with @ONE to help build up the CCC Canvas community group. And as part of that, we're doing a series of Canvas calls where we're focused on a particular tool. I look forward to hopefully getting some participants today. But in the absence of that, of course, the archive will hopefully be useful. Today's topic is focused on multimedia and content pages, and I'm going to talk about several of those of our options there that we have as instructors. So I will go ahead and turn on the screen sharing, which is what I've been doing for the presentation content. So for the topic again today, it is multimedia in content. Next week on March 24th will be the content focused on advanced formatting. So I'm just going to talk today about what are our multimedia options and how we can insert multimedia into our content pages. Next week when I talk about advanced formatting, I'll include a little bit of advanced formatting for those for multimedia in addition to the other things that are we can do in content. I do want to talk about the CCC Canvas community, which is set up for two purposes. One is to develop a community of practice for us. Also, it is a way for us to figure out what we think are the best ways that Canvas can be improved to support our students in California's community colleges. So if you should be a member of the community if you're viewing this, but just in case you're not, the address I will type into the chat is it's community dot canvaslms.com. So community.canvaslms.com, and you can create a user account there. It will be separate from your user account that you use to log in to your Canvas server. And then once you've created a user account there, you can request to join the CCC group. So you can actually go to the groups pages and just search for CCC. You can request to join, and your request will be approved right away, and we can again use this as a way to share our experiences, also collect our feedback, and that community site is in development over the course of this semester, so please look for the additional options that are there. For today's topic, multimedia in content pages, there are four different ways of including multimedia that I'd like to talk about. Images, audio, video, and then finally interactive content. I'll assume that if you're interested, if you're watching this archive, that you already believe that multimedia is valuable, can improve student success, and I would love to see us engage in a great conversation about our effective use of multimedia in the CCC Canvas community. There are other people in the wider Canvas community that are doing that. I neglected to mention that the Canvas community, is a website for anyone who uses Canvas to become a member. Anyone can participate in discussions, propose ideas to improve Canvas's product. The community is where all the Canvas guides are located, so there's plenty of help there. And then within that community, there are certain groups. So there's a group for instructional designers, there's a group for K-12 faculty, there's a group for people who are interested in mobile uses of Canvas. We happen to have a group that is just for us, California community colleges. So again, that's a place for us to connect and share our experiences and collect our feedback. So for today's topic, multimedia and content pages, the first thing I'd like to talk about is images. So for images, if you're inserting images into a content page, you have two different options. There is a dialog on the right side of the page when you're editing a content page. I have that pictured here, insert content into the page. So that is one option. You can have an insertion point in your text and then go over to the dialog on the right side, insert content into the page, and then you see there's a tab there for images. A second option is in the rich content editor, there's a button to insert images, and I have that pictured here on the slide to embed image. And if you click on that button, it opens up this other dialog, the Insert Edit Image dialog. And so depending on the source of your image, one or the other of these options can work. If you want to, one of the things that Canvas has built in is the ability to do a search on Flickr for Creative Commons licensed images. And the Creative Commons Flickr search is built into both options. So you can click on the button to embed image, or you can click on the link to insert content images over there. And either way, you can do a keyword search on Flickr for Creative Commons licensed image. You can also upload an image on the fly. So at the moment you're creating that content, you can upload an image. But that is only done through that dialog. Insert content into the page. And I have that screenshot here showing that button to, showing a link rather to upload a new image. When you upload the image, you can choose where in your course files you can store the image. And so once an image is in your course files, the image already there, you can again do either the button in this case or the dialog. So you see that one of the options for inserting an image is Canvas. And so that means the image again is already inside either your personal files or your course files. You can grab an image from there. And then if you have the URL of an image, if the image is already online, you can use, that's only for the button, and you can just paste that URL into the dialog box there to embed that image into the page. So again, these four different options basically for inserting the image into the content page. Two different ways to get there. Depending on which of the four options you're choosing, you'll do one or other of those two ways. So the four images are, again, if you want to search for a Creative Commons licensed image on Flickr, you can do that either through the button or the dialog. If you want to upload an image, you have to do it through the dialog. That's on the right side of the page there when you're embedding, when you're editing content. If the image is already within Canvas, you've already uploaded it, you can use the button or the dialog. And if it's a URL, you have to use the button. That's the editor there. And I'm going to show you each of these options here, and then I'll come back to this and talk about the alt text and image size. Okay. So in my content pages here, I'll go direct to the Pages tool. Actually, I'll do this a different way. I'll go to the Modules tool, and inside my week 0 module, I will create a new page. I'm going to restart. I'm going to stop and restart screen sharing, make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, again, so I'm going to demonstrate now how to do the various embed options for images. Okay. So I'm in a course, and I'm on the modules page, which is where I prefer to create my content pages. And I'm going to add a content page to this week 0 module. Go ahead and publish it along here, and I'm going to call it a content page. It's going to be a new page, and I'm going to call this page image embed options. And then I'm going to click on the page to edit it. So I'm now in the edit mode I'm viewing the page. I'm going to edit the page. And I'm going to talk about the various picture embed options. So again, it's either uploading from my local computer, I'm going to do a Creative Commons search, or I'm going to have to find a URL for an image. And I'll start with the upload option. So within the rich content editor, the button to embed image is located right here, in between the remove link and the math equation buttons. But because I'm uploading, I'm going to go ahead and do this using the dialog, the insert content dialog on the right side of the page. Click on the link or tab for images. And then click on the link to upload a new image. And you can see the folder here. I can put it in a different folder if I want to. I will click the Choose File button, and somewhere on my local computer I'm going to find an image. And I'll just find this button image here. So I selected it, and then click the Upload button. And the image appears inside my dialog. So of course I'm going to write some instructional context for this image, why it's here, what it means, and if it will be on the test. Okay, so that's again embedding that image that's already there. The option again to, that was uploading an image from my local computer. Now that image is part of my course file. So if I click on the button to embed image, and I click on the Canvas tab, and I look under Course Files, I will see there's that image that I just uploaded. You can see my files. Those are my personal files. See if I have a profile picture. There's my profile, and I'll click Update, and then I've just added it that way as well. The Files link on Course Navigation is where I could do direct uploading of images into my Canvas course, and I can do drag and drop, and I can unzip files and all kinds of stuff like that. So if I have a bunch of images that I already have ready to use, I'll know I'll be using them throughout my course. Using the Files location, that Files tool is a great way to upload that. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of I'll leave that there. I'm going to do the next option, which is to find a Creative Commons licensed image on Flickr. And for this option, I can either use the dialog, insert content into the page. There's the link to find images on Flickr, Creative Commons. I also have the same option within the button to embed image. So if I click on Embed Image, I'll click on the Flickr tab, and I'll do a Creative Commons search. Let's see what I got. If I type in Lonely Presenter, and I'll click that was the year that was 1975. Okay. Click on the Update button, and there we go. So that image, according to Flickr, is licensed for Creative Commons use, which means I don't need to worry about copyright at all. And so I have that option as well. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and do that final option. So I'll give myself an insertion point, and here is one more image embedded via a copied URL. So I'm going to go to open a new tab. I'm going to do I'm going to go to the Library of Congress. These are all public domains, so I don't need to worry about copyright. And prints and photographs online. Here we go, Civil War photographs. Here is a Union image. Let's go back and take this up. Patriotic envelopes and letters, perfect. Okay, so I like this image here, I want to include it. This image again is on another website, so to get the URL for it, I can right click on the image and choose the option to copy image address. So I will copy the image address. That image URL is now on my clipboard on my computer. I can go back into Canvas and click on that button to embed image. So if I'm adding an image by URL, the only way I can do that is to click on the button to embed image. I have the URLs here, so I'll click in the URL box, paste that URL, and click the update button, and there it is. So if I click save and publish, and now I'm going to go into my student view. So I'll click on the settings link, and then click on the student view tab, student view button rather. So now I'm looking at my courses as if I were a student. If I go to modules, there's a page there called Image Embed Options. Again, seeing exactly what my students see. Click on that and I can see all 4 of those images there. So an image that I uploaded from my local computer on the fly, an image that was already in my Canvas files here, an image that I found via a search on Creative Commons on Flickr, and finally an image that I copy and pasted the URL for the insert image by URL. Okay, I'm going to leave student view and answer any questions that come up as I'm switching back to the other browser window. So I talked about the 4 different ways to insert images into the rich content editor for content. And there are 2 things that I want to talk about that relate to a universal design and also usability when it comes to the images that are online, and I'll go ahead and show those here. These are options that I skipped over as I was doing the embedding. I'm going to show now how to make changes there. So I'll go ahead and turn on application sharing again. And now I'm going to edit this page and talk about these options for each of these images. I'll click on the image to select it, and then go to the Embed Image button, and this is how I make changes to the image, these 2 key fields here. And those 2 options are the alt text and the dimensions. Now, the dimensions, let me hit cancel here. If I want to change the size of an image, I can actually select the image and then grab one of the handles to change its size. So that can work there. But I can also, when I look at the, again, select the image and then click Embed Image, I can type a dimension if I want to. Canvas automatically preserves the aspect ratio, which is very nice. But the universal design thing is the alt text, and it's important to think about our students and other users who are viewing the web page who have visual difficulties, and they may be using screen reader software to listen to the page. The text, of course, will be read out loud. The links will be read. There are other all sorts of things to think about when it comes to universal design. But for images, the alt text is pretty important because the alt text again will be read out loud. So it's important that the alt text be descriptive and also succinct. So in this case, this is an actual picture of the embed image button. Okay, so that's the alt text for that image. This image here is a picture of me. So if I click on, again, I select the picture and then click on the button to embed image, you see the alt text there. It grabs a file name by default. Profile doesn't say anything. I'll just go ahead and put my name. This picture that I grabbed from Flickr, you can see it is an amalgam of different images. I saw the title. It will probably be there when I click on the embed image. And Flickr is pretty nice. The title of the photo becomes the alt text here. So I can actually leave that there. That's perfect. And then finally, this image that I copied from the Library of Congress. Let's click on that, embed. Let me take a look at it. I think that was a patriotic postcard. No alt text there, so I do need to add that. Patriotic postcard from the Civil War. Okay. I'll click the Save button here, And now when my students who are using Screen Reader to listen to the page, when the Screen Reader gets to these images, the alt text will be read out loud, and that'll say, again, what I put for that alt text there. Okay. So I talked about the images and the various options we have there. The next is for audio. So let's go ahead and turn on screen sharing again. Oh, nope. Okay, so that was images. The next option is for audio. There are two types of audio. Well, this actually is focused on audio that you have created. So whether it's a recording that you've made, perhaps it's a recording you made in the field somewhere, or it's a file that you have locally. You can also record audio on the fly in Canvas. And this is done through a button on the Rich Content Editor. The button is called Record Upload Media. And the same button is used actually for audio and video. And you, of course, have to have a microphone on your local computer. And as you can see here from the screenshot, it prompted me when I selected that to enable Flash to use that particular tool to record audio. And so you can do that. To upload the audio file, there are three file formats that are allowed: MP3, WMA, and WMV. So if you've created a file, you can upload it. And I find it's important to include a transcript along that file for the purposes of universal design, because you may have students or other viewers who have audio difficulties, have a hard time hearing. So including the transcript will allow them to access that same material. So I will go ahead and demonstrate this, and then we'll move on to video. Okay, so I will go back to my modules page. I'm going to create another page inside my week 0 module. I'm going to create a content page, a new page. I'm going to call it audio options. Add that item. While I'm here, I'll publish it, but click on it to edit it, to select it rather. Click on it to open it, then click the button to edit it. Again, start with some instructional context. And I will add, listen to this video, this audio, and then answer the following questions. Okay, so I'm going to click, I give myself an insertion point, click that button to insert, or rather record upload media. For record media, I will click on the audio icon, click on the icon to start Flash, allow recording. And if I do that, it's going to block my camera and microphone. I bet you I'll do a test and see what happens to this recording. So I will click to allow. And I'm getting a connecting sign. Click anywhere to start recording. Talking to my computer, and looks like I'm still live on CCC Confer, and I'm still recording inside my dialogue on Canvas. Okay. Talking to my computer, and looks like I'm still live on the CCC. Okay, so you probably heard my voice with me not talking, and that was the playback. It automatically plays back the recording, and then I click the button to save it. And in this case, I will go ahead and insert, before I click save here, I'll go into the other audio option. And now I will upload an audio file. And more instructions. I promise this is not a copyright violation, but I'll click the button to record, upload media. At this time, upload the media, select an audio file, and what can I find? If I just do a search for MP3s on my computer, I need a small one. Well, I just don't know what I'm going to find here. Okay, here's a 2 megabyte file. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so I'll open up this file. It's uploading. And it's there. So if I click save, I'll skip save time, not worry about student view, but I can see the audio options there. Sorry, the 2 files. If I click the play button, this will hear my voice talking to my computer, and looks like I'm still live on the CCC. But you should hear some music. So, audio inserted, embedded within my content pages. Hopefully the instructional context is good, and most importantly, my students learn. So that is audio. And now I'm ready to move on to video. For video, this is I have 2 slides to talk about video. One is video that I have created, and just as I did with audio, I can record my own, and of course I have to have a camera attached to my computer. The process is exactly the same, and just as I have a little video window here on this recording, it'll be a video of me doing whatever I'm doing with my talking head. You can also upload a video file. There are a variety of video file types that can be uploaded. And then for the universal design thing here, of course, it's very important that captions are added to the video. And there is a process for actually doing your own captions on uploaded video in the video that you upload or record into Canvas. And then the other video options, I'll go ahead and cover that slide here. This is video that's already online. What's nice about Canvas is that you can copy just the web page for YouTube, paste that into the rich content editor, and Canvas will automatically recognize that and embed the YouTube video in the page, which is really slick and really cool, but does not allow for keyboard navigation, and keyboard navigation for playing and starting and stopping. It's an important thing for universal design. So it's actually better for YouTube to include YouTube's embed code, and it's also always a good idea for wherever your YouTube or wherever your video is. If you're coming from another place, it's always a good idea to include a link that goes out to that other place, because that way it will allow the users to open it up in a new browser window if they need to. It might be easier for them to navigate to the video in the other window. So YouTube is really slick and easy, but it is better to copy and paste the embed code. Copying and pasting the embed code is something you'll need to do from other sources, and that is something we'll do in the HTML editor view. And then finally, some external apps do allow you to embed videos directly into the rich content editor. The TED-Ed is one of them, Kaltura is another, and there are a few others that provide video. And you can actually have a button on the rich content editor, just like you can actually also have a YouTube button that will embed those videos there. But for universal design, of course, you want to make sure that you have captions, and it's always a good idea to have that link out to the website. So that way, if there's any problems with the embed itself, students will always have access to that page with the videos that are actually loaded. Okay, so going back to modules, creating a new page here. And I'm going to call it video options. Again, publish it while I'm here. Click to open it, and then click to edit it. Some instructional context. And I'll try the recording video and see if it conflicts with CCC Confer. But I'll talk through my process. Again, click the button to record or upload media. Record is going to be video, so leave the video camera option. Click the flash icon, allow access to my camera. I'm going to guess that this isn't working because I'm using, oh, there it is. It is not working. Wow. One camera, two videos. Hi class, and welcome to this topic and content page. I'm sure that you will learn a lot and that you will become better citizens and better students as a result of the time that we spend together on this video. Okay, so I clicked Hi class, and welcome to this topic and content page. I'm sure that you will learn a lot. As it did with the audio recording, it automatically previewed the recording I just made. I clicked on the button to save it, and now that media comment is there. Let's go ahead and add another video from YouTube. I'll go ahead and talk about that. And if I open up YouTube in another browser window, I've already got one there. I have a video that I like, so I will click on the, again, I can actually just click on the link that's in the browser, it's in the browser location bar. I can also click on the share button on YouTube and then copy that share link and then go back to Canvas, paste the share link, and then look what happens when we hit the return key or the enter key. Canvas recognizes that's a YouTube video places it on the thing. So when I click Save, what will happen is that the page will show little embeds. One is from my video, and the other one is from YouTube. Now, if I try to use the keyboard to do the navigation on this, I can access the YouTube video, and it should be loading and about to play. I see I've got a note that I'm waiting for something to happen on the servers at instructure.com. Okay. I was trying to do the keyboard navigation, I couldn't. So let's go ahead and pause that. Let's see if I can do keyboard navigation. Okay, so I've got the keyboard within the YouTube player, but I'm trapped actually within that. I can't leave that to go to another place. I probably have to refresh the page. No, I can't even refresh the page. So that's a good reason not to do that. Let's go ahead and edit this page. And I'm going to go ahead and open up that YouTube video. Again, I'm going to click the share link, but this time I'm going to click on the link for embed, copy the embed code. Back in Canvas, I'm going to open up the HTML editor view, so that's this link up here on the right side of the toolbar. I'm going to select all that code that was the YouTube stuff. I'm going to paste my embed code there. And then I'm also going to, actually I'll click the save button here. Okay, so now I have, you can see that the window is bigger. I could change that if I want to. But if I use my keyboard again to navigate, now let's see what happens. That's great, because it opened it up in a new browser window and I selected.
Crash Course Philosophy is brought to you.
It opened a new browser window when I selected the title. If I'm again using the keyboard here, I can see the play button selected, and that works. Pause, and great. So the embed code in YouTube allows me to use the keyboard to navigate, which is pretty slick. Let's go ahead and see if I can do the keyboard navigation now on the embedded video in Canvas. So that's a video that I recorded, again using the keyboard only. Just hit the space bar, the enter key, it does play. Hi class, and welcome to this topic and content page. So I muted it, which is great, but if I go back and minimize embedded content, yeah, so that looks like that works as well. So that's good to know, and those of you watching the recording just saw me learn something there about how keyboard access works with embedded video. It's important because we may have students who have a hard time using the mouse and they're focused on using the keyboard, or they may have adaptive technology that requires them to use the keyboard, in which case we want to make sure everything is keyboard navigable as much as possible. And then the lesson for how Canvas works is that it's better to copy and paste the embed code instead of relying on the Canvas recognition of the YouTube link. So let me go ahead and do that with another video source while I'm here. And I'll go to TED and pick a video on TED. Arthur Brooks, fine. Let's go ahead and click on video. Here we go. I see the share idea embed code, so I'm going to click on this. Click on the iframe part there, and I'm going to click on copy. Select slide, so let's go ahead and do it a little bit smaller. Again, select the code, click copy. And so now go back into Canvas, edit this page. And at the bottom here, and here is a video from TED. Again, so to go through the steps, I can see my insertion point here. If I want to put some throwaway text, that's fine. But I click on the HTML editor, and I select that throwaway text, and I paste the embed code that I copied. The embed code will always be an iframe, and that's going to work great. I click Save. And now I see this code here. I'm sorry, I see this embedded video from TED. So I hope that that helps with embedding a video and also for uploading video. The last thing I want to talk about is captions. And I will show you finding a YouTube video that's closed captioned, and then also show you briefly how you can add a caption to this video that I just uploaded. So for YouTube, if I go to the YouTube page, and when I'm doing a keyword search, the key thing to do is to do my keyword search, and then at the end of whatever I type the comma, a space, and the letter CC. So when you add the comma space CC, and the syntax has to be perfect. It's not comma CC, it's comma space CC. that will search YouTube for videos that the person who uploaded the video has said this is a caption video. So it's not a guarantee of the caption quality, but it is likely much better than the caption quality from the auto caption that YouTube can do. So if I do the search here, lonely presenter, CC, then all of these results here will have closed captioned. It's the again, certified by the person who uploaded it. So okay, I'm not sure I like many of these videos, but hopefully it'll make sense that I can click on a video. Oh my gosh. All right. Anyway, 10 things you didn't know about the Flash. Perfect. So I'll click on that. Again, it's got the CC. It's got so that means that the person who uploaded it, in this case, that it looks and the city is the user. And I'm not going to watch it, but I will click on the share link. And again, I have the same options there, embed code. If I click on, I've got to watch an ad here, so I'll skip that. But again, this is captions. So the person who uploaded it, they said they had captions. Okay. So to upload captions for my own video, I'm going to be in edit mode, of course. I'm going to select the video that I uploaded. Let's see here. Now, I thought I had this memorized, but I don't. So I'm going to have to say that that will be a topic for a future Canvas call session that will focus on universal design and accessibility, and will include a way to use a tool called Amara to add captions to your own videos. And for those of you who might be learning something right now, I apologize for that. Okay, so let me go back to my presentation and talk about, I think, one more item on the list for multimedia in content. Okay. So for interactive content, this is something where the students are interacting with material that's on the page. You can, of course, write a link out to any page, in a content page. So that could go to a publisher site, perhaps, or other locations where you have interactive content. And then the other option for doing interactive content is getting an external tool. And I have a screenshot here of some of the tools that are available by default in the Canvas installation. A lot of these, of course, are interactive. They will link students into some other server, some other service, where students can engage with material there, whether it's just reading or watching media, whether it is taking some type of assessments or completing some type of activity. Those can be fully integrated within Canvas. I just saw a thing that said my video stream stalled. So it looks like I'm without video right now. Let's try this one more time. Okay, there's back again. Anyway, so these external tools are included as part of the standard Canvas installation, but there are some things that I want to cover briefly, and I hope that this inspires some questions for you, the viewer, and will hopefully lead to some productive discussions at your local college or district. Not all these tools will necessarily be effectively designed for universal access, so that is something to consider and to talk to the tool provider about. The second thing is that not all tools, not all tool providers will necessarily make the best, have best practices when it comes to protecting educational records, which we have responsibility for under various federal laws. So that's something also to talk with the providers about. And then finally, the actual selection of tools that are available on this page, which is part of the course, is decided locally. So let me go ahead and end by showing that page inside a class. So in my class, I'll click the Save button here, and if I go to the Settings page, on the Settings page is a tab for apps, and this tab, this page is refreshing right now. It will show to me all of the apps that are available within my instance of Canvas. I happen to be on the Free for Teachers server right now, so they'll have everything listed here, but this is not the server that I would be using to teach a real class for real students. And so I can actually do a search. So if I click on the, type the word video, I can see these options for Kaltura, Ensemble, Video, and Kaltura. If I type TED, TED, I can see that there is a TED Ed link that's built in. And of course there are various publishers that are listed here. So if I click on TED Ed and I click on Add App, I'll go and say, yes, I want that, that's great. And I think now, if I go back to my content page and I edit it, I have a little button here to insert a TED Ed video directly into the content page. So if I go down to the bottom here, insert a video from TED Ed, click on TED Ed. Oops, I did the capitalization wrong. And then I can search within. And so I can do a particular field that I'm interested in, and history versus Genghis-Khan, perfect, so click embed. So this thing I just went through with embedding a video using the TED Ed app, that same process could be used to embed interactive content from some other provider. The main things to keep in mind are that that's a local decision, so the particular apps that are visible on the apps page under course settings are decided by the local system administrators. And so for those of us who are faculty, it's important that we get involved with our academic senate and making sure that the decisions about which tools are made available here. Of course, we respect universal design. Of course, we respect the need to protect educational records, the privacy of those records. But it's also important that the interests of instructional design and the academic and professional matters that we have as faculty are included in that discussion. So I hope that you do include that. And I will go ahead and finish up right on time, despite not getting any questions from the audience. Perhaps because and say thank you for your participation and viewing of this session. I'm going to share a link here, which is the complete list of the Canvas calls for this semester, and I'll go ahead and type that into the chat session here. These sessions, of course, are all included in the CCC Canvas community. So please, I hope to see you as an active participant in the community. Hope that this session was worth your time, and look forward to seeing you at a future CCC Canvas call.